I want to take this opportunity to talk about someone important to me. Isn't this how most of these speeches start? We begin by introducing you to a person who has had a real impact to our lives, or that we admire. Well, this is exactly that. Except I never realized how much this person impacted my life until about 3 weeks ago. At this moment, my sister Heather is lying in a hospital bed in Savannah, Georgia. She has a tube down her throat, up her legs, nose, and arms. She's strapped down by her legs and her wrists. She has been in this state for over 2 weeks now. She can't talk, lean forward, or even move. Until a few days ago, she wasn't even conscious. Now, before this all happened, you might say that I took her for granted. She was my older, loud, and annoying sister. Ask anyone in our family who you thought the most aggravating person was, and they would say, Heather. She is 29 years old, making her 10 years older than me, so we have nothing in common. We didn't hang out much or bond when I was little. She moved to Ohio when she was in her early 20s to be closer with her own mother, and I haven't really seen her much since. Of course, she visits every other year or so and tends to call way too much. I hate to admit, but I avoided most of those calls. I don't have much of an excuse. I'm a teenager, and talking about boring family stuff just wasn't on my mind much. Over the 4th of July, Heather came down to visit for a month. Trust me, I was not thrilled. But nonetheless, I spent the 4th with her and my family riding four-wheelers and hanging out. Later that night, I went to watch fireworks with my boyfriend, and before I could, I got a phone call from my mother. Apparently, Heather was going too fast and flew off the back of the four-wheeler. Hearing this was pretty horrifying. We didn't know if she was even going to wake up. They sent her in a helicopter over to Savannah, and she has been there since. I've never thought about how it would feel to really be without her. I spent years not caring much and avoiding her calls, and this is like a slap in the face. What happened to Heather really made me realize how much I take people for granted. Honestly, I'd rather have her calling me every day or every 2 minutes than not her calling me at all. It's a strange feeling to think you are never going to talk to a person again or see their face one last time. I know she is going through something harder than I could ever bear. I can't imagine how strong she has to be to have kept going this whole time. I have all this new respect for her that I've never had before. Yes, she's always been brave. I just never realized it, but she has. She was an athlete with a reading disorder when she was in high school. That alone must have been hard. Not to mention, she came out to her family and friends as a lesbian her junior year. I support her and her family 100%. Not everyone does, and to have to ignore the ignorant and rude people every day must be a battle. But what she is going through now takes the toll. Until a few weeks ago, I never thought much of my sister, Heather, but now I believe she's the bravest and strongest person I have ever known. Thank you.